Hello and welcome back to the Easy English Podcast. Today's episode is very slow. There is no rush. You don't need to understand every word. Just listen and stay with us.
In today's episode, we are talking about something very small, but also very big in our lives. Something we touch almost every day. Something we rarely think about deeply. Our phones.
This is not an episode about technology being good or bad. We are not here to judge. We are not here to tell you what to do. We are simply imagining one thing together. What would happen if we lived one full day without our phone?
No messages, no scrolling, no checking the time every few minutes. Just a normal day without a phone.
As you listen, you don't need to agree with us. You don't need to try this tomorrow. Just notice how the idea feels inside you.
Anna, I want to start with a very simple question. When was the last time you woke up and did not look at your phone? I had to think about this question for a long time, and honestly, I couldn't remember.
I feel the same way. For many of us, the phone is the first thing we touch in the morning, before our feet touch the floor, before we look out the window, before we even feel our own body fully awake.
Yes, the phone enters our mind before the day does. We check messages, notifications, the time, sometimes things that are not important at all.
And the day begins already full.
That's a very important word, full. Because before anything happens, our mind is already filled with information, news, other people's thoughts, other people's lives.
Sometimes I wonder what would happen if the first few minutes of the day were empty again. Not empty in a bad way, but quiet.
Quiet feels uncomfortable now.
Yes, many people say they feel anxious without their phone, but I think what they really feel is not anxiety, it's silence.
And silence gives space. Space for thoughts we didn't invite, feelings we didn't plan to feel.
So we fill that space very quickly.
Exactly. The phone is always ready to help us avoid that space.
Let's imagine something together. You wake up tomorrow morning and your phone is not there. Not broken, not lost, just not part of the morning.
The first thing I imagine is confusion. You wake up and think, what time is it?
You look around the room more carefully.
Yes, you notice the light, the color of the sky, the sound of the city or the birds or the quiet.
The body wakes up before the mind gets busy.
And that feels very different. I remember mornings from years ago when the first thing I felt was my own breath, not information.
Breakfast changes too.
Yes, you eat more slowly. There is no screen next to the plate, no videos, no messages. You actually taste the food.
It sounds simple, but it feels almost unfamiliar now.
And that tells us something important.
Yes, it tells us how much our attention has changed.
I want to talk about something a little uncomfortable now. Why do we reach for our phone even when we don't need to? I don't think it's because we love our phones so much. I think it's because we don't always love how it feels to be alone with ourselves.
That's a very honest thought.
The phone helps us escape small moments of discomfort, waiting, being bored, feeling awkward, feeling unsure.
It gives us something to do instead of something to feel.
Yes, and over time we forget how to just sit with nothing happening. I remember sitting on a bus years ago, just sitting, looking out the window, thinking about nothing in particular.
Those moments are rare now.
Very rare. Now every empty moment is filled, and when everything is filled, there is no space left to listen to ourselves.
Do you think that's why many people feel tired even when they rest?
I do, because the mind never truly rests. It is always receiving. A day without a phone is not just about removing a device, it's about giving the mind a break.
When people imagine a day without their phone, one fear comes up very quickly.
Yes, what if I miss something important?
That fear is very strong.
And sometimes it's real, but often it's not. Most messages can wait. Most news does not change our day in a meaningful way.
But emotionally, it feels urgent.
Yes, the phone trains us to believe that everything needs attention right now.
Living without a phone for one day challenges that belief.
It shows us what is truly urgent and what is simply noise.
I want to say something very important before we end part 1. This is not a rule, not a challenge, not a lifestyle.
It is an invitation. An invitation to notice.
You don't need to live without your phone.
But you can choose moments to step back, moments to return to yourself.
If you listened to all 3 parts, thank you for staying with us. You don't need to remember everything. You don't need to do anything.
Just notice how this idea sits inside you. Maybe tomorrow you will look at your phone differently.
Maybe not. Both are okay.
Living one day without your phone is not about control.
It is about awareness.
And awareness is always available.
Thank you for listening to the Easy English Podcast.
We'll see you next time.